Welcome to the Unsettled Archive. If you enjoy curious knowledge and unusual subjects, then this quiz is for you. This week's quiz: 25 death and afterlife trivia questions, burial, rituals, and beliefs. Let's see what you know. What term describes a communal burial site used repeatedly by a family or group over generations? An ossuary. What burial practice intentionally leaves bodies exposed to the elements? Sky burial. Which ancient culture placed coins with the dead to pay a ferryman guiding souls to the afterlife? The Greeks. What cultures built large earthen burial mounds, known as tumuli, to honor the dead? European Central Asian. What type of pottery was commonly used by Greeks to hold oil offerings for the dead? Lekythoi. What Roman festival was dedicated to honoring deceased ancestors? Parentalia. Which ancient culture placed jade in the mouths of the dead to represent breath, life, and rebirth? Ancient China. What famous burial complex served the first emperor of China in the afterlife? The Terracotta Army. Which ancient culture practiced corpse walking, a funerary transport method used to return the dead to their ancestral homes for burial? Chinese. What text containing spells and guidance was buried with the dead in ancient Egypt? Book of the Dead. What containers were used to store the removed organs of ancient Egyptian mummies? Canopic jars. Which animals are commonly found in Viking graves? Horses and dogs. What color was most commonly associated with mourning in ancient China? White. Which culture viewed funeral pyres as a way to release the soul from the body? Ancient Indian culture. What animal site was considered an omen of death in medieval Europe? A howling dog. Why were cats sometimes kept away from the dead in medieval Europe? A fear they could steal the soul. What was the greatest Mayan fear surrounding death? Disruption of cosmic balance between worlds. In which direction are bodies traditionally buried in many Christian cemeteries to symbolize resurrection? East. Which burial tradition involves reopening family tombs over generations to add the remains of relatives? A collective burial. Which culture practiced secondary burial, reburying bones after initial decomp as part of a ritual process? Indigenous Southeast Asian. What small figurines were buried to perform labor in the afterlife in ancient Egypt? Shabti figures. How long was a body typically covered in natron in the ancient Egypt mummification process? About 40 days. What kinds of items were commonly buried with Viking warriors? Weapons. What superstition surrounded sneezing near the dying in medieval Europe? It could signal death was imminent. What type of verse was sometimes composed to honor the dead in Norse culture? Skaldic poetry. How did you do? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, for more curated curiosities, you know where to find them, right here on the Unsettled Archive.